Smoke up. Smoke way up. Hey, Rusty. Good morning, you bunch of foolish people. Don't be so silly. It's early. All right. Let's talk about Hawaii for just a minute. The fire. Not me going there. There's only one real solution to these types of things happening. Unfortunately, the solution isn't going to work for Hawaii. We're going to see the media move on really soon. There'll be little things, conservative media will hang on to it for a little minute longer, maybe come back to it in 6 months or whatever, but not really. And then there'll be brand new resorts, and there'll be a skyscraper put somewheres in the middle, out of the way, that'll be housing for the natives, and they'll all be crammed into one big building and shoved on some little thing, some little piece of land somewheres, and swept under the rug. And they'll keep bitching, guaranteed, rightfully, but they've been bitching all along, and we've never heard them yet. So the only solution here, when those new resorts open, we need to all stand together. And I don't mean conservative and liberal or libertarians. None of that matters. This is human, right? This is the corporate monarchy that we live under needs to have a strict message put to it that we won't let you just bulldoze over people. So you're going to go out of business. Those resorts are going to stay empty. You and your 1% buddies can try to fill them by yourselves, but you're on your own. And any celebrities or anybody that goes there, well, guess what? You just lost all your fucking fans. And that's how it should be. Can you guys all do it? You did it with Budweiser. Well, this is way more fucking important than that. Way more. And it's something that we can all do. Right? Trans, fucking gay, none of that shit fucking matters with this. This is just about not fucking over average citizens, people, for your corporate fucking gains. Using tragedy as a fucking window of opportunity for your own personal money grab of something that you've already got enough. Hawaii's full of fucking resorts. You don't need the whole thing. It's ridiculous. So, we're the solution, but we got to all be on the same page. It can't just be the conservatives. It can't just be the big hearts people. You know, it can't just be the liberals. It's got to fucking be everybody. And it can't just be the poor. Right? We need the rich. We need the celebrities to not go there. If your basketball team's going there or whatever, you got to fucking boycott your basketball team. Right? I don't care how big of a fan you are and how crazy you are about them. That's fucking insane to worship them like that. Stop it. But show that you got some balls. What a bunch of pussies. What, are you going to leave this for your fucking kids to fucking fight? Is that your plan? That you're just going to sweep it under the rug and leave it for the fucking next generation? Just be cowards? I'm not asking you to go and pick up a gun and put your life on the line. Just don't go to vacation in these particular resorts once they're built. And then anybody that does, make them feel like a shithead. Whether it be your neighbor down the road, and you don't have to go and burn his house down, but just every time you see him, say, "Hey, traitor, how you doing today, you fucking scumbag?" Every day. Never let him live it down. Ever. And when people say, "Why do you ever agree with like that?" Oh, he went to that resort in Hawaii that the rest of the world boycotted except for his scumbag ass because he got a good deal. Because that's what they'll do in order to break the line, right? If we all stand in a line and they start to go under and they're seeing it, they'll just start fucking throwing deals at people for it. Oh, you can come to this resort for a week and $600 all included, blah, blah. It'll be like fucking cheap as blah, 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 all that shit. Don't fall for it. You know, I know Hawaii's expensive otherwise, and this will probably be, you'll be like, "Oh, that's my only chance to see Hawaii." Is the cost worth it? Take a cost-benefit analysis here. Eventually, this can affect you. The policies. I'm not going to get into how these fires started or what went on and all that other stuff. But once they were burning, and what led up to them being so bad, other than the wind and whatever, was the policies of these governments, right? So it could easily be your town that burns next, right? If they want to, if everybody's to be into a 15-minute city, then they eventually need everybody to be burned out or smoked out or forced out in some way. And this seems to be working just with shitty policy. And I know that where I'm from, they used to like have fire roads all through the forest. And that's where I learned to drive. And you could, so that the fire trucks would be able to get into and around the main parts of the woods and put out any forest fires. They stopped maintaining those years and years and years and years ago, and now they're just nothing. They're just old trails. And so now they have permits for people to get, so you can thin and clean your own property. They'll pay you to do it, but that doesn't help with the crown property. And like when these guys do their clear cuts and then they do their replants, they don't do a super cleanup. There's stumpage and shit left everywhere, and that's decaying and rotten, becoming the soil. But that's what burns underground fires. And they're way worse. And in Canada, at least, and well, anywhere in the world, you know, an underground fire can be burned and you not even know it. And then all of a sudden a tree or 5 or 10 trees in the middle just poof, go up entirely, the whole tree, poof, instantly. But it's because it's been burning underneath of it and drying it out, sucking all the moisture out of it for hours and killing that root system. And then once that's gone and all that moisture sucked out of that tree and everything's just being, the tree's doing everything it can to defend itself against this heat. So it's sending its moisture down. And then all of a sudden, whoof. And sometimes it can be like in a thicket, you know, all those trees just boom. You know, it happens to firefighters and they can be in the middle of that shit, not know it, and you're in the middle of a fire, but it's all underground and you have no idea that you're right in a coal bed. Anyhow, I'm going to end the video nice and short. Boycott the new resorts